minutes after 8 o'clock on a Monday night. Welcome back again. Just joined us. We're here for an hour, just belting out a few tunes and a few crackers as well. Myself and Jimmy Stafford with you through until 10, 086 60 25,000. That is our texts and our WhatsApp number as well. And just before we kick off, as you might have heard on the news, just be wary of the road conditions tonight. A bit of frost, not about, and a bit of snow line, so just take it nice and easy. And if there's anything happening your way that's cancelled, you want us to pass it on, just let us know. We'll let you know already. Fanad Bingo cancelled, but I'm sure you know that by now. As I say, just take it nice and easy. And for them with the streaming facilities, we're streaming this programme live on our social media, on YouTube, highlandradio.com, and on Facebook and whatever else is out there. So, no excuses, as I say. Welcome. Sit back, relax if you can, and enjoy good music. And we welcome our very first studio guest of 2024, and that privilege goes to Matt McGranaghan. I don't know if it's a privilege or not, but Matt, you're very welcome.
Thank you very much, Paul. Great to be here.
It's lovely to see you at long last, because we've been trying to get you up here, believe it or not, with different things and that, but you're busy and we're busy. And I'm delighted. Denise Roper, hello to you, Denise.
Hello, and how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Thanks indeed. Matt, we're here to discuss, and we're here to play music as well, of course, that's the important thing. But you have a big gig coming up, The Power of Music, and it takes place in An Grianan here in Letterkenny on the 8th of February. Tell us a bit about it.
So this is a show and an idea that was in my head for maybe 10 or 11 years from different experiences that I've had with music over the years. Yeah. And realising, the serious importance of music and how it can do so much good for people. Mm-hmm. We're very familiar with the power of music and going to maybe a dance or going to a live gig and tapping your foot or singing along, and that energy that it creates there. Yes. But this is a more deeper sort of a journey into the power of music with people. So about a year and a half ago, late 2022, I had the opportunity to do a concert in the courthouse in Lifford. So I decided I would pilot this particular idea, and it landed well with people. There was a great response to it. So I decided last year we've been taking it around to different theatres. And I guess now An Grianan's coming up. It's the biggest theatre that we've taken on. But the show's called Embrace, A Journey into the Power of Music. And the whole first half really of the show is looking about music in life. And so I take people through my own life. And everything in the first half, bar one or two pieces, are tunes and pieces that I've written. So everything's all my own compositions over 30 years, I guess, 25 years of writing. And that ranges from anything from parents' anniversary to friends' birthdays to people that have passed on, different things like that, but they all have a special place and a special meaning.
Is that the way you write, Matt? I'm always curious about people who write music, because we had Eamon Cairn up with us, and Eamon brought out an album on piano tracks. That's probably not the right term, but and I was intrigued as to how do you know when you're writing lyrics, you have a story. Yeah. I'm always curious about how you transfer that onto music. How do you get the story? Does the music resonate more than sort of vocals to you? Is that?
See, I think it does, and a kind of a deeper level, because, and it's not to take away from lyrics or from songs, or from songwriting, but music's more open to interpretation. Yeah. To the listener. When you, in fact, some of the greatest songs that were ever written, especially the Irish songs, you can't find any meaning in them. Do you know? I'm thinking of just a song I was talking about recently, Katie, Jimmy McCarthy wrote. Yes. And Sandy Kelly asked him, "What does it mean?" He goes, "Don't know." I don't know. Whatever it means to you, And sometimes, the more abstract that it can be, the more open to interpretation that it is for the listener. So for me, music has that power more than songs. It has a much deeper power. On the other side, songs can transport you back. Lyrics will transport you to a time or a place or a moment, or can do that. But it's only it's really over the 10 years of having an experience with music and the 10 years thinking about it and sort of studying more and learning more about music that I started to realise just the visceral kind of power that music has on.
There's a great message in music, all kinds, because I was reading just over Christmas, the researchers and doctors or whatever are putting a big link to music, to dementia, to Alzheimer's. They're connecting that, bringing you back. And that's a powerful statement, really.
Well, it's way more powerful. I went in my mid-20s, like 15 years ago, I went back to university and to McGee and University of Ulster and studied a degree there. And at the time I had notions of grandeur that I wanted to do a PhD.
Yes.
And what I was looking at, or the one thing I wanted to look at, was the neurological and physiological effects of sound or music on the human body. And I had this very sort of simple belief that, music could potentially, if you can find the correct frequency to resonate with a particular cell in your body that shouldn't be there, that frequency could obliterate that cell with no side effects. And I was told by a lecturer at the time that was just a nonsense idea. They've started to research this recently, and they're finding that it's having unbelievable effects in treatment of cancer.
I read something, well, I want to say read, I didn't go into as deep as what you're saying, but the message was basically what you're saying. And that's something that didn't surprise me, Matt, because I know, and you, maybe yourself the same, Denise, music to me is very mood orientated. I wouldn't just go now and stick on something, go, no, I don't want to listen to that now. I'm not in the frame of mind for that. I connect music very much with the way I'm thinking at the time, the way I'm feeling at the time, and maybe that's where it's all.
But I think the most powerful effect and I talk about it in the show when I do it, I bring people back to that moment where I had this incredible experience through music, and that's what I'm trying to replicate in the show with people as well, is to give them a brand new way of listening. But that particular night that I had this experience with music, I wasn't prepared for it. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't thinking about it. It
came to you.
It happened. It embraced me. It took me over.
Wow.
And that's what music does.
Yes.
And that's what it can do. If people, what you're saying there is correct. If you're not in the particular mood you want, but that's you engaging your brain and thinking about what you want to listen to.
Yes.
But when you get rid of your brain, when you get rid of your thoughts, and you experience and listen to music in a way that you probably have never done before, you will be surprised, I think, where it will take you, what it'll do for you, and the healing properties that then will have.
I totally get that, I totally get that for healing purposes. I get that myself. Come here, we'll talk more. We'd love to get a piece of music, yourself and Denise. What can we come up with first?
We'll do this piece that I wrote back in 2022 when my parents celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary.
Lovely. Well, come here. Just before we were doing the promo on there's a white feedback there, Jimmy, somewhere. We're doing we're doing the promo, and I didn't know whether they call me a violinist or a fiddle player.
Either or.
I just, sometimes you go,
worse.
I know, but sometimes you go, just my mum might be insulted.
No, I'm happy enough to be known as a fiddle player. Some other people might see it as an insult, not me. I'm very happy to be a fiddle player.
Brilliant. Well, listen, what's it called, this piece?
This is called Lifetime With You.
And it features on the show?
This is in one of the tunes in the
show. Excellent. Whenever you're ready. beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And you know, once again, I'm on the journey with that piece of music, but it's a different. Tell me something different.
Yes.
You're saying that's for your mother and father's anniversary.
Yeah.
Wedding anniversary.
Yes.
Well, it's somewhere else for me.
Right.
Do you know?
I think that's the beauty of just music on its own, is that it becomes...
Let it take you where it takes you.
Yes, it's open to so much interpretation.
Ruth Dennison's been on. She says, hi there, Paul and Jimmy. Hang on 1 wee second, just to get went down that one, Jimmy. Hang on. Rather quick. There we go. Hi there, Paul and Jimmy. Great to hear local top-class talent on tonight with Matt McGranaghan and Denise Roper. Two of the best in the business, in my opinion. I would highly recommend going to Matt and Denise concert. It's the best music experience I've ever experienced. You just have to go to the concerts to see for yourself. I've been supporting Matt and Denise from day one. I'm proud to call them friends. Hope An Grianan Theatre concert goes well for you both. We will be there, Matt and Denise, from Ruth and all the gang. Thank you very much indeed. That's lovely, isn't it? That's lovely. And Liz Mickelcar, hi Paul and Jimmy. Embrace was one of the most amazing concerts I've ever been to see. And Donna Harper said, beautiful music, very talented. Susan Shields says, amazing, so beautiful, Matt. Nolene Deeney, just loved Embrace. And Liz McCallion, hi Liz, said, hi Paul and Jimmy, great to see Matt and Denise on the Monday night sessions. I would recommend anyone who hasn't seen Embrace to go and see it. It's an amazing show not to be missed. And Jerry Meehan, hi Jerry, he said, hi Paul and Jimmy, enjoying the show as usual. Well done, Matt. And my niece Denise.
Hey. Hello, Uncle Jerry and all of them are
Jerry, hi, folksy Jerry. My God, good man, Jerry. I hope you're well. Jerry and Susan. Oh, Jerry's some crack.
Oh, he is.
Oh, with him up here. With some crack up here. John Sheridan, hello to you, John. He said, sounds great, Matt and Denise. And Mary Duher said, hi, Paul and Jimmy. What brilliant talent from Matt and Denise. And Catherine Carlin, hello, Matt and Denise. You sound great. So, yeah, that's very complimentary.
Lovely.
And if I move on, Matt, before we talk about the show again, I'm always curious, the fiddle you're playing, is it an old one?
It would be probably around the late 1800s, early 1900s. I tell the story about this as well, and as part of the show.
Maybe you don't want to. We'll hold it back. We'll hold it back.
Well, no, I'll share it. You know, the fiddle was given to my mother by a priest before she met my father, before she was married, and it belonged to his mother.
Oh my God!
And he said that he would never have anyone to play it. Maybe someday she would.
Wow!
And that's the fiddle.
And was that your first introduction to fiddle? That actual fiddle there? No, or is it a story deeper than that?
No, the fiddle was in our house. I'm the youngest of six. The rest were older. The oldest four were all sent to music lessons, and they never kept it up. So when it came to me, there was just no point, you know. But I was just really curious of this instrument that was in the front room. We grew up. We had a piano in the house for briefly, and then a keyboard. This is way back in the 80s. But I was fascinated with this instrument. And I used to sneak into the front room and take a look at it, and then we get told off, you know.
Yes.
It wasn't... I can't remember how many strings was on it, or I never took it out and played it, but I remember then Mum and Dad had a tape of the Malachi Doris Cayley band in the car.
Yes.
And I remember being in the car one night and asking what was that instrument that I could hear. And they said, is it the accordion? I said, no, it's not an accordion, it's a different sound. So it was the fiddle. And I said, I want to learn the fiddle.
Some story, isn't it?
And from there on, it was the first communion money, and I think it was Reynolds or Raffaut. Bought the first half-size fiddle. And
did you learn, you practiced on something else first before you went to this one?
This is a full size, so I didn't sort of come to that until I was 12, and we had to get it fixed up and different things. But I started going to fiddle lessons. I just live near the Claddy border.
Yes. And
so the first fiddle lessons were, 2 punts at the time, and walked over the bridge past the guards, past the British Army at that time.
Who was giving you the...
Patsy Malloy from
Patsy Malloy. I thought that's what you were going to say, Patsy, all right. And Claddy, of course.
And Patsy taught me for about a year and a half.
Aye.
And, Patsy was an acquired taste, let's say. But he was fantastic at music. You know, he really was. And he gave me such a great grounding and the instrument itself, you know, because it wasn't Patsy's primary instrument. I don't think he was more of a bass player or a piano player.
Yes.
But he had such a great knowledge, you know. But Patsy wasn't really full of compliments or anything like that. And after a year and a half, I just, you know, we parted ways.
Parted ways. Well, come here. It's a beautiful instrument, and once again, the wood. You know, you look at it and you see stories, and that's an amazing story. Actually, it's actually God Almighty.
I mean, that not that particular instrument, but the fiddle hasn't changed since the early 1700s, since the late 1600s. It has been developed and perfected since then, and it hasn't been perfected since.
Do you have many fiddles?
There's a few and electric ones and different things, but this is the only. This is the baby, I suppose. And
Aye.
it went through open heart surgery there recently.
Very good.
Had to bring it to Fitzhoward.
Oh, yes, no better man.
No better man is right. I had a little problem, but the entire front plate had to come off it, and oh my goodness, it was 10 days of a lot of nerves. But thankfully, we tinkered around with it, and thankfully Fitz is a great man.
Isn't it funny? You get very attached to it, isn't it?
Oh, incredibly.
You know.
Incredibly, the sentimental value of this.
Alone. Because
this instrument actually wouldn't be worth huge amount of money.
No, I know that.
But to me, I've never played another fiddle that I like as much. You know?
Do you know what we're going to do? We're going to take a quick ad break, and can we come back in with another piece of music, and then we'll chat then?
Yeah.
What would you be coming back with?
We'll come back with another slow one. We'll come back with Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, lovely. After this break, don't go away.
Bryan Adams is back on tour in 2024. Join Highland Radio on our trip to Dublin to see the man himself at the 3 Arena on Tuesday the 21st of May 2024. Your trip includes luxury transfers, bed and breakfast at the 4-star Carlton Hotel Blanchardstown, your standing ticket to the show, and a shopping trip to Dublin city centre the following day. Find out more on the outlet at highlandradio.com or call us on 074 91 25,000.
It's the Right Price Tiles and Wood Flooring half-price sale. Get up to 50% off all tiles. Wood flooring, bathware, cladding, everything's reduced. Tiles from only $8.99 per square yard and wood flooring from only $11.99 per square yard. Right Price Tiles and Wood Flooring half-price January sale is now on.
Is the appearance of your staff important to your business? It's the first point of contact for customers when entering your premises. At C&M Embroidery in Letterkenny, they have a huge range of clothing covering all areas of the workplace. It's widely known that customers warm to and trust employees that present themselves well. Have your company name embroidered or printed on all your work uniforms. Contact C&M Embroidery on 07491 28097 and get your staff looking their best.
Enhance your home with McDade's incredible bathroom and tile sale featuring fantastic reductions on stock tiles. Discover amazing deals with discounts of 50% or more on end-of-line tiles and job lots. Simply measure and it's yours. Explore their showroom highlighting stunning bathroom wall and floor tiles. Their passionate team are dedicated to assisting you in designing your dream home. Join them at McDade's Bathroom Plumbing Tiles at Cockhill, Buncrana for their massive 10-day sale happening now until January 20th.
Oh my God, that's just amazing, absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I'm blown away by Matt and Denise. Always the talent, the music, the sound, tranquility from Joan. Tranquility is a word, you know, you're right, Joan, tranquility. I could just sit back here and just go to sleep and go to a world of my own. Absolutely.
The second half of Embrace goes to a different place.
Yes.
The first half, as I said, is all about music and life.
Yes.
So, but the second half is all about the life and music, and it goes to a different place for every person. And I do something in the second half, which is probably a very unique thing, but I can't advertise it.
No.
I can't say what it is.
You know, I don't want you to tell me. You know, I can't away.
But it's all about. It's all about. There's something we don't actually experience too often, which is silence. Which is a strange thing, but there's always a noise somewhere in life, you know. There's the noise of a fridge or anything at all, you know. I used to do some sort of home recording during COVID, and it was only then that I realised that I had a fridge that always wanted to join in whatever was going on, you know.
we have a wash machine. Catherine Carlin said, "Hello, Matt and Denise, you're sounding great." And Dara McGuire said, "Loving the show, Paul." Thank you, Dara. And Edel Peoples, beautiful Beauty and the Beast, reminds me of seeing it on Broadway. And Aisling Meehan said, "Hi to my cousin Denise Roper, enjoying the show tonight. Embrace is a fantastic show." And
hi, Aisling.
I can't watch live, but hoping it will be available later from Kate. It will be, Kate. Thank you very much indeed. Mary Jo, hello to you. Mary Jo Bonner said it's lovely. And Dominic McGlinchey, hello to you, Dominic. He said, "I've been to Embrace. I can only describe it as the best musical experience I've ever had. It's art, science, educational, therapy, and so much more. Matt and Denise, best wishes for your next performance in An Grianan on February the 8th. Embrace belongs on a world stage." Well, that's something else. And listening to you both here in Ballybofey, great show as always from Mum and Dad Roper. Very good. You know, them messages are coming on, are saying the same thing as I'm thinking, and a lot of things. You know, there's therapy mentioned there, and there's educational science, and you touched on that. There's a science there, but therapy is a thing that I get so much out of the music, you know.
Again, go back to. I've had so many experiences with music. I'm sure you have as well. From listening to it to playing with it, you know. I mean, there's a when you have a musical partner like Denise here, there's a science to that. There's a psychology to it. There's a telekinesis or whatever that goes on.
You get that, you know.
It's very difficult to. It's very difficult to describe that to anyone.
I know.
But I've so many different musical experiences of being in a time and a place, you know, where maybe your emotions are very heightened, and a song happens where something triggers, and you get. I don't mind admitting I cry very readily at music, no problem. But I'm trying to get to a different experience, and it's going back to that experience that I had, that I wasn't emotionally connected, or I wasn't emotionally heightened when this particular thing happened. The music just overtook me, and that's what I'm trying to bring to people. I also Dominic mentioned education. I do a kind of a brief history of music, the development of music from what happens with one note right through to the modern day, which I find incredibly interesting, and hopefully the audience sort of finds it interesting.
They definitely will. I have no doubt they will.
But it's something I've heard back. The majority of people who come to see Embrace, and I mean maybe at least half to 80% of the audience, I do advise people to definitely bring tissues, because it can be an incredibly emotional experience for people. Well, and it all depends on where they go, but very often people do leave
butts,
and but usually in a very nice way.
Well, that's good. Yourself and Denise, how did this collaboration come about?
Oh no, it's a long time in the making, is it really?
Well, I know Denise maybe 24 years. I think I played at a funeral with her once.
Yes.
And was blown away by her absolute talent.
Likewise.
And then we just over the course of years we played a lot of weddings and different things together, and then we had a group some years ago called Kintra, and we did it was all Irish and Scottish music and
I
different
remember
things.
that, yeah.
And then from, I suppose, 2012 on until about COVID time, I was on the kind of the country and Irish scene, playing with different bands and things. So I wasn't doing really any solo work, but I got the opportunity to do this, and there was just no thinking about who I was going to get, because not only is she a very talented accompanist, but you know, in an accompanist, it's great to find somebody that you trust implicitly, that if, if you're going to make a mistake, they'll catch you somewhere. Denise does that, but she also has unbelievable patience to put up with me and my demands as well.
No, I do not have unbelievable patience, as any of my students will happily testify, and half my family too.
Is your background in teaching music, Denise?
Yes. I was sent to piano at 5. My parents owned a pub in the Cross, and so I was very lucky to experience a whole heap of bands of all from your own neck of the woods. Frank Chisholm. He had the most fabulous wardrobe I've ever seen in my life.
Someone was on Facebook yesterday or something like that, and they were talking about it. And I have maintained, I don't care number, says that's as close as I'll get to Elvis.
Oh, he was brilliant.
He was unbelievable, wasn't he?
And the whole band. But so done that, and I was very lucky to have 3 wonderful piano teachers. The great late May Mulrine, Ursula Lafferty, Ursula Fagan, as she is now, a fantastic teacher, and Leonora Kearney. So after that, I play and I teach. I'm a reformed secondary school teacher.
Right. Yeah, that sounds all right.
I was lucky enough to do that for 12 years, and then after that, I went out self-employed. So that's
Good stuff. And you're loving it.
Loving it.
Well, come here. This show is on the An Grianan Theatre. Tickets are available from the box office, Matt, or can you get them online as well?
Online and at the box office, all through angrianan.com.
And it is on February the 8th, and by all accounts, it's an amazing show. How many times have you performed this particular show, Matt?
Probably done about close to a dozen times now, I think. And we've been very lucky. Most places that we've had, there's been 1 or 2 nights we've performed. We took it to the Guidor, to the Ireland Guidor, and it was just a bad night with 25 people in a 300-seater. But it was still special. It was still there's something different. You know, I've spent years going on stages to where it's kind of to entertain and get people to clap along and do all this kind of thing, and that all has its place.
Yes,
you know, not everything can be so deep. Yeah, but this to me, and in the past, 10, 12 years of developing this and learning more about the importance of music. This is, some people believe in a God. I believe in music.
Excellent.
And that's
very good. Yeah,
that's the belief that I have in it, that I want people to experience as well, that they can find something different.
Well done, Matt and Denise. Beautiful music as always. Regards, Maria McCool.
Thank you, Maria.
And where are we here? Yvonne Bogan said, Matt and Denise, amazing as always, from Yvonne Bogan, listening from Galway. Thank you.
Hi, Yvonne.
And Donald Ward says, Matt can make the violin, stroke, fiddle, talk, even whisper at times. Great show it is. So, and Christy Murray had the pleasure playing with Matt and Denise, absolute legends. Just a lovely energy together, and tears come easy with music. That's Christy, the bagpipe.
Yes,
player,
yes. Thank you, Christy. Well, thank you.
Yes. And Mary Gilmore says, Embrace is just magic. Wonderful show. If anyone has an opportunity to attend, please do so. You'll never regret it. Nolene Deeney also loved the history of music section. Brought lots of tissues, and where did I go? And was still crying on the way home in the car. Very good, Nolene. Thanks for sharing that. And Ruth said, now remember, Denise Roper, the Crossroads is the centre of the world.
Absolutely, Ruth, beyond question.
What do you got? Is the lantern in?
The lantern in.
Was that yours?
That was ours for 19 years, yeah.
Good God already.
Yeah,
there you go.
It was good. It was very hard. It is a very hard life running a pub. It was then, and is harder now, I think. But for me and my 2 sisters, we were growing up in it. It was a fantastic education.
Very good. There you go. God, there's some education here tonight. Mary Louise Kildare, hello to you. Wow, you're sounding amazing, Matt and Denise. Can't wait to see Embrace and Graham Strain Paul, great artist, Matt and Denise. Keep up the good work. Well done, Matt and Denise. Really enjoying the show here. Dominic and Adele McLaughlin, listening to your beautiful music in Burnfoot.
Oh, thank
Lovely.
you.
Come here, could we get a final track if you don't
We
mind?
can. Should we do something a wee bit livelier this time?
That's your whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, we don't have to be serious all the time, you know.
Oh no, but it's educational and it's therapeutic. That's the way I look at it. And I've learned a lot tonight listening to you.
Thank you.
And I just want to thank you both for coming. It was lovely to see you.
Welcome, Paul.
And come here, you'll come back again, sir.
Oh,
Definitely. As I said, no, you're good. That, as I say, I'm not qualified in music by no means, but I know what I get from music. I know what it does to me, and it's nice to have that kind of sharing path there. So it's lovely.
Listen, nobody is qualified in music. Music means something to you. It means something to me.
Exactly.
And our understanding of it. So don't ever feel that your opinion in music is any less valid than anyone else's.
Thank you very much. Bridging
that.
Carr. Hello, Bridging. Oh
Hello,
my God.
Bridging.
Matt McGranaghan, legend. There you go. So this final piece, Matt
So we'll
and
do
Denise.
this. This is a kind of a showy piece, but we'll do it for the crack anyway. So this is about a train that used to run between New York and Florida, and it was called the Orange Blossom Special.
Oh yes, very good. Yo. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much indeed. The show is called The Power of Music. Embrace it. And it takes place in An Grianan Theatre on the 8th of February. Get your tickets for that. It's going to be an amazing gig. And thanks to everybody, all the messages coming in, they are all on our Facebook page. And thanks to everyone getting in touch tonight. Denise Roper and Matt McGranaghan, the pleasure is ours. And the best of luck. And we will see you again. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't miss the BAFTA award-winning comedian Mike